prepared to enter a world stranger than you have ever imagined. The world of witchcraft, magic, and ritual. This is a journey back to the roots of paganism, to mystical belief and superstition. A timely journey, because there is an occult explosion taking place in the Western world.
In nomine Satanas, Lucifer excelsis Dei.
Hail Satan!
Hail Satan!
Be prepared to change your mind about the occult.
What about things like witchcraft? Do you think that's an evil thing that people should stay clear of?
No, I don't, not at all. I believe in witchcraft and Antichrist and all that.
I think witchcraft, to begin with, is not Christian, it's foolish.
Most people I know believe in the Antichrist and worship the devil.
Really?
So...
I believe that anybody that deals with horoscopes are dealing with the dark side of Satan. And Satan is very powerful, and we should really get involved in that at all. They should consult their Bible if they want to know things about it.
What do you think about the occult in the modern world?
Oh, wonderful.
Why do you think that?
Oh, well, I don't know why I do, but I do.
Nobody goes around saying, I'm a witch, I'm not a witch. I think you do know witches without knowing that they're witches.
Are they nice people?
They're just ordinary people.
Why do so many people seem to find the traditional religions and the concept of a single God not enough? What does the occult, driven underground for centuries, appear to offer these people?
The fact is that within Christianity and within Judaism, when you think, when you imagine in your mind, when you personify deity, for most people, it's male. And there's an old famous, it's not that old, but there's a famous saying by Mary Daly, if God is male, the male is God. And one reason that I think people are so attracted powerfully to magic and to the pagan religions is not only to worship, let's say, Mama in the sky instead of Papa in the sky. They want to be God. I mean, I think the fundamental thing about the magical religions and about pagan religions is that ultimately they say, within yourself, you are the God, you are the goddess. And therefore, what is so subversive in a very powerfully beautiful way about the pagan religions is that for women they say, look, you too are God.
Goddess worship is a larger concept than coven-based witchcraft, and its rituals are broader and more diverse. In Berkeley, California, the universal goddess finds a special place in a coven of feminists from which all men are excluded. Their leader is Hungarian-born Z Budapest. Z calls this Dianic witchcraft.
Dianic witchcraft, in one word, is women's mysteries. That means women get together as women and devote themselves to a magical pursuit, and they take care of business, whatever the women in particular need.
You who circle the world with your oceans, sweet mermaids, sweet nereids, who swim within you, swim in our blood, embolden us, bring us your passion, your lust for living.
Another thing women's mysteries used to do is we used to judge. Women used to curse the enemies of peace and women. Women just used to have a blacklist, get out in front of the temple and tell the world that these people are bad, they should be curbed, they are warmongers, and they are bad for babies. And we did this until about the 4th century, when it was stopped. And when women's mysteries was stopped, women's rights stopped, women's any kind of significance stopped. And that's when this whole silly idea came about that the Christians fed everybody that women have no souls. In women's circles, I like to have a balance of lesbians and straight ladies. Lesbians bring in the affection. There's a lot of very nice, affectionate, open nature with accustomed to be affectionate with each other type of feeling. Straight ladies are totally free. They do not perform for men. They can be totally themselves. So when I mix them together, it makes a very good combination.
When I was a little girl, my mother used to send me to the Catholic Church, and she would tell me, baby, go ask Father Fitzpatrick for a little holy water, you know, and she'd send me with a jar. And I'd go get this holy water from the church, and she'd put it in the bucket with sugar and urine and a little perfume, and get a picture of one of the saints and mop the floors. And the whole time she was mopping the floors, she was telling the saint what she wanted to have happening, you know, in her house, you know. That's what I call being Louisiana Catholic.
Oh, yeah, Yekwa. Young side headed head, mother of the winds of change, queen of the transformers, oh yeah. Come dance with us, whirling woman.
I was very surprised when I got my first consultation and was told that I was going to be a priestess. It took me 12 years to get initiated because, you know, I always wanted to be a movie star.
Magic is afoot! The goddess is alive! Magic is afoot! The goddess is us! Magic is afoot!
What we remember here with the craft and in the women's movement and especially in the spirituality movement, the goddess movement, that they burned us systematically for about 600 to 700 years, not measly 15 years that Hitler was doing it. In the name of Christ, all denominations burned women, burned children. They used to spare children who were only under a year old, but the older ones, they used to strip naked in the name of Jesus, drive them around the bodies of their burning parents and flagellate them on top of it so that they won't forget the lesson. Europe suffered incredibly. They wiped out whole towns. And the born-again Christians are shaking the same tree that is exactly the same sentiment they are trying to sell. We are in the 20th century, but they are as dangerous as they ever was.
teenage delinquents running amok in a display of wanton and reckless behaviour from those who are old enough to know better. It preys on the weak of mind, the poor of taste, the hard of hearing. Never has a scourge so repugnant soiled the delicate fabric of our great nation in such a revolting manner. Budget rock, a debilitating pestilence transmitted through the airwaves. Witness the good, straight backbone of society become twisted by the scoliosis of budget rock depravity. Yes, rock and roll is bad enough. As a doctor, I can tell you budget rock is far worse. Hapless, unsuspecting victims are being transformed into dribbling imbeciles after hearing but a single note of this appalling garbage. So who's to blame for all this? There. No, there. No, not him. There. Him. The mummies. And this is their sordid tale. Let us descend into a truly disgusting world of rock and roll excess in the mummy's style. Apathy is their rallying cry, permeating everything they do. What? For these numbskulls, perfection is not an option. The mummies have no respect for the rules of the road, private property, sportsmanship, maintain, music, technology, common decency. The man or you. Do not waste your time on this film. And for the heedless, the foolhardy, see it at your own risk. The filmmakers shall not be held responsible for any loss in intelligence or social status you will most assuredly experience as a result. And no refunds shall be issued. Stamp out budget rock! God bless.
On the wide screen, in color.
So what Reagan did is that was the model that he decided to destroy because he wanted to privatize everything. And what he had his eye on was clothing and food service to be able to sell contracts to private contractors. So rather than state hospitals being self-sustaining, actually being their own towns, Reagan wanted to sell the land, which he did, and then they closed the farms. Food service went to private contracting, and that's when they started to have to eat really shitty food. And then they contracted out clothing, and all of these institutional clothing companies took over and started selling clothes to the state. So they took away all those jobs, and folks worked those jobs for 10, 15, 20 years. You know, that was their life. It was the safest world for them to live in. And we took that all away, and we locked them up. We put them in a smaller area, and that was his model.
You know, they were kind of like the people that were just discarded, and they were so overwhelmed by someone even caring to put on a show, and they got so into it.
You have to understand, you know, psychiatric patients, their boundaries are challenging, so they're not necessarily going to respect you being up on a stage. They'll just jump right up on the stage with you. So that behavior didn't surprise me.
One famous rocker saying enough when it comes to noise near his home.
White Zombie member Rob Zombie has filed a complaint with the town of Woodbury. He says the skating park, which is right next to his house, is just too loud. News 8's Aaron Cox visited the park earlier today.
Heavy metal rocker Rob Zombie lives behind this gate in a community proud of its peacefulness.
That's what Woodbury is, peaceful and quiet.
Not quiet enough for the White Zombie frontman and the director of horror flicks. His upscale Woodbury home buffers the back of the town's new skateboard park. Soon after it opened in April, Zombie's wife complained about the noise. When we asked for comment, Sherry Moon came out front, declining to speak on camera, saying a statement would be forthcoming. Many neighbors understand her frustration.
If I lived this close to the skateboard park, I would be disturbed.
But teen skateboarders who raised money to help the town build the $50,000 park aren't so sympathetic.
I mean, like, he moved into the back of a park, so like you got to expect a little noise.
We weren't able to speak with rocker Rob Zombie, but on his Facebook page, he addresses the issue, saying they're trying to find a solution that will make everybody happy. And he says the fact that folks have turned this into an ugly event is, quote, a bummer. Woodbury's first selectman declined to speak with us on camera. However, after the celebrity rocker's complaint, hours at the skate park were cut back. Styrofoam and soundproofing materials added to muffle the noise. However, the Zombies are asking the skate park be moved away from their backyard.
If he wants it moved, he should probably pay for it because it'll probably cost a good amount of money to move it.
In Woodbury, I'm Aaron Cox, News 8.
Dark
Channel 9 News, a creature is on the loose today. No one seems to know where the creature came from, but it is wearing a travel vest. This is an emergency.
By day, dressing up at night like vampires.
I have people asking all the time if I'm a vampire, if I'm a witch, and I just kind of smile and say, no.
When we dress like this, it's not because we want to drink blood and roam around at night, even though we do roam around at night.
Children of the night, what music they make.
They wear white makeup, dress up in black, and look like the living dead. But they're not real-life vampires stalking the night. They're just part of the Gothic movement.
It's a way of expressing my sadness towards the whole world more than anything.
I find it a anti-society movement. I find society to be really bleak right now. I'd rather be dead than conform with it.
Forget rave clubs. This vampire stuff is back in style.
It's just a way of expressing ourselves, and this is just the way we decided to look, and it's just how we feel about the music, and we're just expressing a different type of attitude, a different type of lifestyle that a lot of people just don't understand because it's pretty underground at this moment still.
Even Hollywood hunks Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt aren't taking this vampire fad lying down. They're set to play vampires in an upcoming movie based on Anne Rice's best-selling novel.
The image of vampire in our society is a very romantic image. I mean, oh, the perfect man, and he's coming to bite your neck and you live eternally in death forever.
I am Dracula.
Gothic's Natalie Ritchie and Jimmy Vitsky are regulars at this popular club, which features Gothic Night. And every weekend, they help each other transform themselves into the living dead.
Putting on my makeup is such a process that sometimes I don't look forward to it because, first of all, I have to shave, and I have to shave often. It usually takes me anywhere from an hour to 2.5 hours to put on my makeup.
The stark contrast of their pale faces and dreary clothes bring a lot of unwanted glares from strangers.
I don't like a negative attention from people, but after a while I just start to block it out because I got it every day at school.
But they don't always look like this. By day, Natalie manages a beauty supply store, and Jimmy drives a forklift in a warehouse. Still, for many Gothics, the ultimate lure seems to be dressing up.
I think the whole Gothic lifestyle is mainly just, it's all theater. Everybody's on stage, and this is their 15 minutes of fame. Everybody gets a chance to dress any way they want, and nobody's going to bother you.
The most famous vampire to date is still Bela Lugosi's Count Dracula. We'll have to wait and see how Tom Cruise looks with fangs. We'll be back with more in a moment.
Hold on now, guys. They have been, hold it, guys. They have been called the sickest band in the history of rock and roll music. Here, representing Gwar, is odorous, Urungus, and sleazy P. Martini. Here they are. Let me start off by, hey, hold it, guys. Hold on. Quiet, please. Let me start off by saying you are the most outrageous freakos I've ever had on the Hot Seat Show. Now you are sleazy, hold it, you are sleazy P. Martini, right?
Correctamundo.
And what in the heck? What, will you stop that? Hey, knock it off. You start messing around like that one more time and kick your buns out of here. Hey, you know, he only wishes he was that much of a man. Now you have been called, let me ask you, Sleazy, what you think. You have been called, I read a review of your band, the sleaziest, sickest band in the history of rock and roll music. How do you answer that?
We're giving the people what they want.
Oh, come on.
Love you guys. Love you.
Now, wait a minute. You are... You... Okay. Hold it, guys. Now, you are called odorous... Hold it. You are called odorous urungus. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, gee. I don't even think this guy belongs to the human race. Do you?
Certainly not. And I won't be insinuated to be anything to do with the human race other than its creator. Thank you very much.
Oh, gee. All right, hey, you have an album out. Is your album out? Is it called America Must Be Destroyed?
Correctamundo.
They say, hey, in the lyrics of their latest, album, get this, Americans, they say America must be destroyed. Hey, let me ask you something.
That's only the beginning.
Why do you say, let me ask Odious over here, why do you say America must be destroyed, you stupid idiot?
Hey!
Why do you say that?
Can I just say one thing right off the bat is, I'd like to see you crucified.
Oh!
Second of all, I'd like to say, your government is so arrogant and so cocky. Your whole country's going down the tube. You're taking the whole world with it. And last year, your government dared to cut off my... Shut up, all right? Just hold on.
Watch your language.
Watch your language.
Hey, you know what I want?
You might think you're some kind of man, but I don't care what kind of man you think you are. But okay. Can I say one thing?
Hold your microphone down there. Okay, yes.
Can I say one thing?
Hold. Yes, go ahead.
Now, I don't know what kind of man you are. I mean, I'm
a real man and you're an idiot.
I hate you. But, if the police came into your dressing room and confiscated your... You'd be mad. You'd be mad.
Oh, your toupee. You know what? Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on a minute. I don't think he ever had one to begin with.
That's unthinkable. I spawned the...
Oh, let me ask something. What? Hold it, guy. Hold down. Hey, let me ask you. Stop that. Knock that off.
More camera on me. Hey. More camera on me.
Hey, Odorous, listen to me. What country are you from?
I'm not from this planet. I'm from outer space, goddamn. Laws and petty governments don't apply to me whatsoever.
I say this. He has an album out calling America Must Be Destroyed.
It should. About time.
I say, if that's the way he feels, We should kick their buns out of America. I'll be right back.
Welcome to the world of terror. When I'm not busy embalming bodies, which isn't often, I like to relax with some good family reading. Let me introduce you to my personal library of Fangoria, the leader in horror entertainment. What a fascinatingly hideous cover of Freddy Kreuger. And devilishly candid reviews of the latest horror videos, and gloriously bloody color photos from the newest Friday the 13th. They're all here in Fangoria. Can I persuade you to subscribe?
This is Fango editor Tony Tupone asking you to enter the world of Fangoria. Only $12.49 for a special 6-month video subscription. Send check or money order to Fangoria Magazine, 475 Park Avenue South, New York, 10016.
Customers! Oh, let the dead bodies wait.
Oh, so many people in the world today, and everybody's got something to say. You gotta be strong or they'll spit in your eye. You can't stand still, they'll pass you by. Are you hip to it?
Yes, it's time to get hip to the wonderful world of Rhino video. Whatever you want out of life, we've got it right here, captured forever on the magic of videotape. Everything from the romantic to the ridiculous, the lyrical to the laughable, the sleazy to the sublime. So whether you're in the market for horror, comedy, cartoons, cheap thrills, classic television, sizzling sports action, musical mayhem, dazzling documentaries, or fabulous feature films, you've come to the right place. And now we proudly present the entire Rhino library of classic video cassettes. If you would like a complete catalog, please stay tuned for information on where to write.
Well, then you better hop to it. Well, I'm hip to it. It sure looks good to me. All right, boys, put some meat on the grill. Going for a run out of gas. You better believe we ain't got much time.
The full moon rises over Transylvania with Subspecies, the latest horror offering from Full Moon Entertainment. Director Ted Nicolau bravely pioneers the first American film to be shot in the post-Ceausescu Romania.
Well, when Charlie first proposed doing this film in Romania, I was a little bit suspicious of the whole setup, but they sent me over there for a 4-day kind of location scout. And meeting the people that I'd be working with, Vlad and Juana and Lucian, the art director, and seeing the locations that we would have access to, the ruins in Transylvania and just the beautiful, magical forests that we could have free reign in shooting at. It suddenly seemed to me like the chance of a lifetime, really, to shoot at a place where you just had total access to these ancient places. This is one of the many strange and incredible locations we found here in Romania, a church that was built in the 1870s, and the bell fell off from the roof here and went through the floor. And over here, one of the graves actually cracked open. You can see the hand of somebody down there. It was sort of like a good nightmare, let's say. It was a nightmare while we were there. The production problems and the differences in cultures between the Americans and the Romanians and sort of the leftover psychology of communism that still exists in that country made it a very trying experience for all of us. What? You speak English? Joanne.
Along with Mr. Nicolau came the American cast. Michael Watson of General Hospital, Laura Tate, Michelle McBride, Angus Scrim of Phantasm.
Why have you come?
And playing the most terrifying vampire this side of Nosferatu, Danish actor Hannes Hoben. The American troupe landed in the midst of more troubled times for Romania.
The hotel we were staying at in the heart of Bucharest was along the thoroughfare where the original revolution took place, and everywhere you looked there were bullet holes in the buildings. That sort of gave you a sense of how violent the revolution really was and how many people died in that revolution. And we were in the hotel one day and we heard this incredible commotion and looked out our windows, and there was a river of people coming down the street in protest of the price rises in the government.
My father told me that in the very beginning, in 90 and 10, 90 and 20, Bucharest was a very beautiful city. It was named the small Paris because it had a very specific kind of architecture. It was very warm. And it was really, really very sad that we couldn't keep all this Bucharest for us because it was properly destroyed.
Stay away from the ruins. Stay away. You might interfere with the way things are.
My name is Sanda Bishan. I'm a television reporter. You asked me to tell you some things about the situation of the Romanian film right now. It's a very difficult situation because the whole system has collapsed and things have to be reorganized and things go very slowly.
Slower production pace notwithstanding, director Nicolau jumps into Romanian culture and folklore with the help of costume designer Oana Tofan.
This was a sequence when we needed a festival, a popular festival, so I make sketches with those masks and I find a wonderful man who is makeup at a theater who made those. This is my favorite mask and I like it very much because it's very expressive and I found it the best from all. But it depends on taste. It represents a central character of a gypsy, and the story of the festival is around this character.
We kind of mixed a few metaphors. One mask festival that occurs in northern Romania in the winter that is like a dance with masks. We took that mask dance and kind of combined it with this festival of, unearthing the grave of the undead, and came up with this festival that we put into the film, which I think is one of the centerpieces of the film.
The smallest stars of the film, the subspecies, proved to be the biggest problems for production.
We shot some subspecies, men in rubber suits, in Romania. They built these incredible overscale sets, and we shot these subspecies there. But due to some problems with the costumes and with the stuntmen that we got in Romania, who were like over eager in their performances, we decided when we got the material here that we really needed to make these subspecies more magical. And so we enlisted the aid of David Allen.
What Charlie explained to me was that he had some monsters that he felt were not quite adequate to the picture. So then it remained to me to go through the material and the editors and try to find moments before the costumes ran in or after they ran out of the backgrounds that we could isolate optically to create background plates for the new creatures to operate in a matted-in situation.
The stop-motion animation puppets and the rod puppets are both composed of natural foam rubber and have similar skeletal systems. The only difference being that the skeletal structure of the stop-motion puppet has tension in the joints, while the rod puppet is loose and flexible.
The rod puppetry gives us a certain amount of freedom and speed because Basically, we're generating this stuff real time. And with animation, it's a little more time consuming. Well, most of the challenges I'm doing in this kind of rod puppetry work is just basically to make them look convincing on film and to make them look interesting and basically behaving like real little creatures.
Most would think that shooting a vampire film in Romania is like bringing sand to the beach. We set our man on the street to ask the average Romanian what they thought of vampires.
Nobody believe in it, in vampires, because there aren't.
The people in Romania never think that there are vampires on this world. Never.
Only Americans think that in Romania exist vampires. Here, we doesn't see them. They doesn't exist. We never saw him. In our history, you don't know about.
We don't think that your books which speak about Dracula, they are real, because for us, for Romania, Dracula was a very great king, a very great king.
Vampire? What is this?
Dracula's story is a story invented by a stupid American for children, not for grown-ups, and is not light to the history of our country and of our people. Is a stupid story. Is not for intelligent people.
In the vampires of communism, maybe.
And as much of a nightmare as a lot of our production was, and as incredibly difficult as it was for us as Americans coming into a situation where there were so little resources to work with, and trying to make a film that involved a lot of special effects and a lot of mechanical effects in a place where they don't really understand mechanical effects as we know it. As difficult as all that was, when I think back on it now, all I remember are the people I was working with and the love that we shared, you know, and the incredible battlefield mentality that we had as we were trying to struggle against production. You know, I sort of miss it in a way.
Welcome, gorehounds, to one of the most terrifying and twisted tales in the brain-damaged library from the psycho mind of Joe Castro. Let me introduce to you Dr. Carnage and Max Assassin. The devil himself sent these two fiendish and homicidal characters from the cartoon dimension into the world as we know it. They torment and kill in outrageous cartoon ways. Cindy is the only one with the power to stop the insane bloodfest murder spree. Turn down the lights. Crank up the volume. You're about to experience the dark and sinister world of Terror Toons.
Hey! What's happening? My dog! Why am I strapped in here? I don't like this game. Where's my dog? Mom? Let me up! Let me up! Come on.
It's a big needle. What are you gonna do with it? I've already had my booster shots. I like it. Oh, no, 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 no.
Good monkey! Nice monkey! Get away! No! He's my monkey!
What seems to be the problem, little girl?
They killed my friend!
I'll handle this. Stop in the name of the law!
Hey, how you doing?
Got some Freddy Kreuger dolls.
Freddy Kreuger dolls? Did you get scared when you watched Freddy Kreuger the first time?
Being honest with you, when I saw it, it scared the out of me. This is bringing back nightmares.
You okay, boss?
I decided to come out to the pawn shop to sell some Freddy Kreuger dolls that are signed. I paid around $10 each for these dolls, and I'm looking hopefully to get $40 or $50 so I can show a little bit of an investment.
So what can you tell me about these, sir?
They've never been out of the box except to be signed. This one was out of the box. It's signed underneath the belly, and there's a pull string on the back.
That's creepy.
This one has never been opened, and it's signed there.
Were you scared to meet Freddy?
No. Nice guy.
Robert Englund played Freddy Kreuger. The fact that he signed these dolls is kind of cool. Nightmare on Elm Street has become a cult classic. I think every teenager in the world has seen this movie.
I remember watching it when I was about 6.
That's probably what's wrong with you today. I never understood horror movies. If you want horror, have a couple of kids. What are you wanting to do, sir? Pawn them, sell them?
I like to sell them.
Yeah, well, I'm not much of a Freddy Kreuger doll collector. I'd go $40 for them, guy. That would be
That's
about
for both
top.
of them?
Yeah.
They're signed, they've never been out of the box. They're running for $45, $50 a piece online without a signature.
I push it to 50. I ain't going no higher than that.
All right, we got a deal. That'll work for me. I'm happy.
Tell me go do the paperwork, would you please?
I made $50 on the dolls. I feel great about it. I'll go out and invest the money in something else.
Beyond what is known lies an unexplored world of shadows and phantoms. A land that knows no limits of time or space. From the dawn of discovery to the nightfall of catastrophe. Journey to a universe of the unexplained, the unforeseen, the unbelievable. A place where myth and legend are law, superstition a science. A place beyond reality, where no question will go unanswered. Travel to a world of secrets and mysteries.
It's time for our journey to begin. You walk through our forests, yet you remain a mystery. What are you?
Why do you hide?
In the land we call wilderness, there lives a creature that has become one with legend. At the moment, it's about to have an unpleasant encounter with the self-styled masters of the wilderness, man.
You can feel yourself even going deeper and
What you are about to hear is perhaps the first and only known eyewitness account of a mutilation.
allow yourself.
Because Dr. Leo Sprinkle is recognized as one of the world's leading authorities on cases involving UFOs and human abduction, he was contacted by the Aerial Phenomenon Research Organization in Tucson, Arizona, to do hypnosis work with this woman. Her name is Judy Doherty. On a clear moonlit night in May 1973, Judy was driving back from a bingo game in Houston, Texas. She and her mother, daughter Cindy, and brother and sister-in-law watched a strange, bright light hover in the sky. After that night, she suffered terrible headaches and anxiety. In 1978, she underwent one hypnosis session which brought out part of her unusual experience, but not all of it. She also had several psychiatric and personality evaluations, all with results in the normal human behavior range. This second hypnosis session with Dr. Sprinkle occurred on March 13th, 1980.
It appears to be two little men.
Two little men? Mm-hmm. How do they look?
They look... Their hands look funny. They have long claw nails, like... Okay, they have very large eyes. They're very hypnotic. Like they're
so big that, and they don't blink. Their eyes do not blink. It's almost like, I guess, a snake. They were very snappy about their movements, and they knew exactly what they were doing, and I felt a little better because for some reason, they projected that it was necessary this be done, that, you know, it was for our betterment, for the betterment of mankind that this was done.
This fall, we had 10 mutilations, 8 in Sweetwater County and 2 in Daggett County. And in 1975, we had 16. From everywhere I go, they tell me that it's predators, which I do not believe.
Why do you feel differently?
Because I don't feel a predator can do these things. I don't feel a predator can come up and chew a half of a bag off of a cow or the end of the penis off of a bull and not touch any of the rest of the cow. I've been around predators, and they'll go inside the abdominal cavity first and eat the insides, which is easy eating.
What would be your own personal feelings about who or what would be doing these mutilations and why?
I wished I knew. I don't have any idea who is doing it. We have investigated several things, cults, different things like this, but we haven't come up with any answers to any of our questions as of yet.
Treating it like a human murder would give you what kind of different information than you've had in the past?
Well, treating it as a human murder, I feel that we can get the crime lab in Cheyenne to help us with our analysis of the animals, of what may cause the death, maybe even if it was some kind of a poison or something that they're using to kill them, or how they are using it to kill them. It will just give us more answers to a lot of the questions that we have on mutilations.
The strange thing about it is that we have never found any blood on them.
No blood?
No blood, no.
Tracks?
The only tracks that we found on the first one were some tripod tracks, and they formed something like a triangle. I didn't know what to think. It was kind of strange because we had never seen anything like that before.
Still remains a mystery. In all the states it's happened, it's a mystery. As far as I'm concerned, what I read and hear about it. I got calls this summer from Canada on 2 mutilations. They called me, and the way they described this, it's just typical of our mutilations we had in '75.
If it goes into Canada, and there have been reports that they've come up out of Puerto Rico and some other parts of the world, if it goes on to an international scale, do you think that would exclude satanic cults and a military operation in our country?
Well, yeah, it'd be inclined to, my way of thinking.
And if they're excluded, what is left?
Well, I don't know. I don't know that either.
We found tripod marks 12 inches across. The tripod marks were 14 feet apart. We found one set that had gone in the ground roughly 8 inches. And it would take a good post hole digger or our shovel to dig in like this. It indicated something very heavy had set down in this area, yet there was no tracks leading from it nor to it. Almost nightly when this was going on, we could pick out a very brilliant, huge, brilliant light in the sky. We had a newsman take pictures of it with a very high-powered lens, but all we got out of this was the movement of it and the light showing very brilliant. Several times we observed smaller lights come out of this aircraft and then come down toward Earth. This huge, brilliant light would hang in the air, and then when it would move, it could move up and down, backwards, forwards, travel very rapidly. And after a while, these smaller lights would join up with the larger one, and then they'd disappear.
You see, darkness is now starting to rise, and my power has come back to me. You see, when the haze returned from the depths of the sea, and the spider came into the den, and I was offered anything a human man could desire. Mulligan, I didn't fall for the weakness of the flesh. I didn't lust for those flesh, Mulligan, because I, along with Meha Singh, have overcome that. You see, Meha Singh spent 32 days in a sweatbox in Bombay. He walked the elephant walk. He sucked on the rhino's horn until it all became clear to him. Because the power of darkness, as you see it starting to rise, along with the haze and Meha Singh. These are my possessions, Mulligan, just like your children are yours. But I will lead them to victory. I will bring them to the promised land, Mulligan. He's a wise man. He's a holy man. Along with Meha Singh, I shall rule. Mulligan, your family against mine. The odds aren't very good, are they?
Here's Evan Sullivan and the Purple Haze and Maya Singh. There is this three men all right now. Something has got to happen. Somebody has to stop this. He came out here with a ball in the bag. He broke it. Come on. It's right on the left eye. It's right on the left eye of Blackjack Mulligan. That could have blinded him. In all my life, I have never seen anything like this.
Well, you see, things have been happening. Horrible things, Blackjack Mulligan, huh? I told you I'm in complete control. Just like you're the head of your family, I'm the head of my family. You understand? Sacrifices were offered to Habuddin himself. The power has been restored. When the haze came from the sea and Habuddin summons him to throw the power, he walked the elephant walk. He went with Princess Ananga into the deepest part of Samoa, stripped himself of all vanity, like Meha Singh was once an Olympic athlete. He himself stripped himself of all vanity. And now Luna, who has come to us, offered up everything to me. She stripped herself of vanity. You understand now, Blackjack Mulligan. You might be wrong. Maybe I do have something. Maybe I have something here, Blackjack, that you don't know about. And the cockles of my heart, like when I was in Bangkok, the city at night with Joanne, and she took me to the den, and as we went down the alley, I was afraid to go, but when I looked in the doorway, the Purple Haze was summoning me in, because he had been there for 3 days and 3 nights. And the chairman of the board was also there. And as I passed through the doorway, through the closet of anxiety, Meha Singh jumped out and screeched with delight, because we're all feasting and rejoicing. Now we're starting to feast and rejoice again, Blackjack, because the family has been split. Yes, your family. Not my family.
Lord Infamous, from the 3-6 Mafia and the Terror Toons thugs. Finna kick a little flow out here for Mad Dog. Something like this here. Essence of the blessings keep me puzzled like enigma. My partner put me down with a stop bound to compressed chiba. My smoking flows like blissful musical notes from mysterious Jifa. On Halloween, I pass it out to all the trick-or-treaters. In 1999, the Middle East will come nuclear bombers. So now, Lord Infamous blasting out with 60 bull and poker hunters. Smoke out your lungs and powder your nose. We grabbing big bushes or something. We kicking, we breaking our season, we breaking our sticks, and we breaking our cigars and make them all stick. 666 Mafia, getting surrounded because we are out of this atmosphere with all the smoke in her eyes of bloody respiration and tears. Clouds on the right, on the left to the rear. Scarecrow me keep clouds of smoke flying out to mid lungs. Me keep the spices sprinkled down like a Cajun. Something like that there. Murder Dog. 3-6 Mafia. Tell the club about thugs. Go get the wreck, babe. Peace. We out.
Time to die, creature.
Yeah, MC Magnus, bitch, kill playing cards and bound on you clowns. Forget about my hand. K-Rock in this motherfucker, Collins and Malcolm O'Barrow. Tell me, how can I have enjoyment throughout my life? Same old shit, knowing this max don't love no bitch. Cause if I love them, I can trust them. Breaking these bras gon' make me rich. The guys in my clan, my clique must bust us. There's no testing us. Pop them and drop them, lock them and top them out.
Dynamite, I'm tossing haters, crossing, it's the end, bitch. You run into bulletproof, hoe, we steal the 666. Crossing to the P, erasing niggas that run the splurs with flows of horror. I'm dropping like Steven Spielberg, deep into the mouth. Ain't number killers up in the dark. I'm gripping the hatchet when slicing body parts in the park. Moon full of blood, could it be another Jeffrey Dahmer? I'm sneaking and creeping and blowing shit like the Unabomber, bitch.
Rolling with the devil on the level, dig your bitch. Hit you with the hike out on the mic, I'll make your ass rich. Digger, cause I pull out my Glock and I'm ready to pump them on bitch. Some motherfuckers bringing the work, some bringing my niggas, so we gon' stop this shit. Yeah, the 666, we bring it real. And motherfucker gonna pack the steel. I fuck a flying, I fuck a real on the Mac like a Vander Holyfield.
There's no cries in my life, there's no game that I will play. Some people say that if you play a game, then man, you get on play. Back on you, I thought you knew you should never this clique. The pieces mafia, we poppin' slugs and got you bitches sick.
I'll never be bar me, who's the stands out from them niggas who thinking they hard. Do I flow up to the star, but say no like yo the bars. Bars got my back, now watch how quickly I rehead with that boom, nigga with that you say Paul and Scarecrow are rolling in that bucket load. Then they cause some static, so they recently grabbed them 44. Bucket with my nigga Blackie stacking, plus he pimpin'. Got deal on that pee hoes down.
Shut the fuck up, bitches. If I must your ass better not scream. Don't make me have to wipe your motherfucking brains off my sheets. I'm gonna burn you. Watch you burning. Nightmare bad dream. Get you to the beast in the pit of Hades. Thunder roar, stormy black clouds. I stole the 7th seal, then the angel cried. That Scarecrow, I love you. I wanna be with you forever. You too evil though. We gonna give you to the devil.
What's up? Do you wanna come against me? Do you wanna get your ass erased off the